Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome to the Sneha Talk. And as you are aware, this talk is organized by Sneha Arts. And Dr. Snehalata Prasad is a well known sculptor and artist out here. And she conducts a lot of events related to art. And, this is one of the initiatives by Dr. Snehalata Prasad. So today we have eminent artists from Dubai joining us today, Mr. Atul Panse. He's an artist who was very well known in India for his cartoon as a cartoonist, and he's got a lot of recognition, a lot of awards, and a lot of appreciation for his art related to cartoons. And then around 20 years back, he moved to Dubai, and let's hear his journey and how is he representing Indian art out there. And he's also made a lot of achievements out there, including a couple of videos of his or initiatives of his which went viral, got broadcasted in the local events. And he's also well known for being organizing the events, the world art events which happens in Dubai. So he's raising our flag high by representing not only him but other Indian artists who can comfortably come to Dubai and present their art. So thanks a lot, Atul sir, for having you on the show. So how was the journey so far? Why did you decide that Dubai is the right place for you to highlight Indian art? Maybe we can start with that particular topic.
Raviji, first of all, thank you for talking to me here on this platform, and namaste to all the viewers. And thanks to Sneha Arts and Dr. Snehalata, who has invited me for this talk show. And you asked me why Dubai. So the answer is I just go with the flow. That means I'm not a very good planner. Whatever happens in my life, I take it positively, and then I just go ahead with the chance which I get. So Dubai was never planned. That was by chance, and I landed here. And after landing here, then I thought, create something. So since then, I'm creating here. Yeah.
Super. I heard that between fine arts and the next masters in fine arts, you had a gap in your education. Like in MBA, we have this एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोग्राम, मतलब हम लोग ग्रेजुएशन कर लेते हैं, MBA करने का चांस नहीं मिलता, फिर बाद में we have a gap of corporate life, we work, and then we get into masters executive master program. So similarly, I see a gap there. And did you see a big difference in education, because you had experience already and then you're doing your education in art? So did you see any difference in doing education after some experience, some exposure into art?
Okay, so this is like the masters which I did after maybe 22 decades after completing my bachelor's of fine art. So you are talking about the gap. Now, I actually never planned that I will go for masters. I never planned. I mean, I wanted to, but I never planned. And then after doing my bachelor's, I moved to Dubai. And then there was no chance of joining somewhere to do masters. And in fine art, you have to be there in the university to do the course. And here there was no chance, there was no course available basically. And as soon as I landed in Dubai, I was all busy with new tasks and discovering myself and Dubai and the relation between me, my art and Dubai. So never got a chance to do masters. But one thing is very interesting, which I feel that in art, I'm not saying that degrees and diplomas or masters, doing masters is having is having so much value. Or let's say I should put it in this way that if you are not a degree holder person, still you can do art very well. So sometimes you will see people who are having degrees are not practicing art, and people who are coming from different backgrounds and never done any, bachelor's course, but they are very good artists. They are very established and they are practicing very well. So art is a very different field where degrees are just a piece of paper. I would say yes. As always, we see that degrees and diplomas and these kind of certificates are very important, and we can really contribute after doing some courses for sure. And doing bachelor's or doing degree is important for any person who is practicing art, where he gets the basic knowledge of art, and it becomes very easier for him to get the confidence basically. So yeah. So
So,
when I did my degree, when I did my masters, it was by chance, and there is a small story behind it.
mhm.
I used to travel to India a lot during those days, and my dad was not well, and he was actually bedridden. So then I was thinking to come back to India, and and to start something over there. So then a few friends of mine, they suggested me that why don't I complete my masters, and then it will help, in few ways. So I took it seriously, and then I thought, okay, let me do the masters. So that's how it started.
Super. So, what were the struggles when you went to Dubai? Are there any challenges, or it was like a cakewalk where life was easy as an artist?
Okay, for me, the it was not a cakewalk. I'll tell you what. As an artist or anybody who is practicing art would love to practice art all the time, 24 hours, because that's what we want to do. But that is the challenge, that how to do that, because you need to earn your bread and butter, you see. So most of the time we we try to earn bread and butter first. We try to focus on that and then practice art. So that will remain challenge for anyone and everyone who wants to practice art. In Dubai, when I arrived here, there was no big scene for art.
Hmm.
So initially, it was very difficult to establish myself as an artist, and I started with my job, and then I never left my practice, and I used to keep working on my art. So that was the journey.
Okay, cool. So we have some compliments and some viewers already complimenting this. We have Premalata Srivastavaji saying hello to both of us, and she is also declaring that I'm also an art lover, and she's watching this particular show.
Oh, nice.
Uh, we have other people also joining in, watching this particular show.
Okay.
So, Atulji, you've studied applied art, which is basically into installation art
Yes.
education. So, what is installation for you as an artist? And I've seen one of the pictures where you've done something related to smoking. So, what is installation for you as Atulji? Your perception, your definition of installation art.
Installation. Yes. I find the whole world as an installation. I You can call it like a natural installation, which is done by nature. Okay, the superpower. So the whole world and the whole universe is kind of an installation which surprises you, and you look at it and you feel awesome, and then that is where you get the ideas from. So I did my bachelor's in applied art, not in drawing and painting. I did it in applied art, and installation or different forms of art. They are like they are my interest basically, which I keep working on. So the installation which you are talking about, this was in 2018
Hmm.
when when I was one of the curators for World Art Dubai. I curated this show for 2 years, in 2017 and 2018. So in 2018, I thought, why don't I come up with a unique, unique idea of presenting something which is not focused on the commercial aspect of it, because I wanted to give a very strong message through art, because I feel that art is something which can really change people's lives, and art is something which can give a strong message in a very short span of time. So I wanted to use my art to give a different message, and I came up with an idea to give a message regarding how dangerous it is to smoke. So that's what I thought of doing, and then this idea came into my mind, and then there were friends to support me. I did this the whole installation with the help of my dear friend whose name is Prashant Mulapkar, and he helped me to create all the installation. And I was very happy and satisfied with the outcome because people really loved it. And at the same time, I wanted to, what happens art in art field most of the times, the artists are worried about first to create the paintings or create the artworks, and then they are always stressed whether they will be able to sell it or not. So I wanted to give this another message that we should be thinking beyond sales. We should be thinking beyond the commercial aspect of it, and we should be giving a very strong message to the whole society. So that was the plan.
Any artists that you have followed, or any artists related to installation art, anybody has inspired you?
There are many people. I keep seeing installation art, and I get inspired by the nature. The nature is the biggest teacher, I guess. And I keep clicking pictures where I find an accidental installation. They are like we call it like found installation, which are there by accident, and you find the beauty out of it. So I keep clicking the pictures, and these small things inspire me, and I try to convert them into some useful ideas where I can give some message.
Okay. We also have some more compliments. This is from Shritika Gosavi. Sharing, it's always pleasure listening to you, Atulji. Many more viewers. So feel free to ask questions, audience, if you have any questions which you have never asked Atul before, or if you're a friend of Atul, you couldn't dare asking him. This is a live moment, so you can feel free to ask this particular question through me. So feel free to put that in the comments, and I can ask him.
Shrutika Gosavi is a very prominent artist who is working here, who is practicing art here, and I love her art. And she won some awards recently as well.
Oh well. So
Yeah.
Congrats, Shrutika. Now talking about watercolors, why are you so passionate about watercolors? And you've been organizing a lot of festivals and workshops related to watercolors. Like there are many streams. I'm not an artist myself. I'm not from the art background, for just for clarifying, because I hear a lot of oil painting, this painting, that that color, this color, fabric ke liye different color hota hai, everything else. Watercolors were like basic, in my childhood or school days, we started with watercolors. So why are you so focusing on watercolors?
See, you said so. You are not an artist, you are saying, and you started with watercolor. So mostly people start with watercolor. Watercolor is it's a very easy medium and easily available. Okay. Another good thing with watercolor is it's known as a quick medium. So you can actually paint and see the results very quickly. Okay. So that's why watercolor is very popular, and watercolor is one of the basic mediums. And not that only I work only with watercolors. I have many mediums, many favorite mediums of mine. One is pen and ink. Other one is acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
और ऐसे तो बहुत सारे मीडियम्स हैं जिसमें आपको काम करने का दिल करता है, क्योंकि कोई भी आर्टिस्ट ऐसा नहीं होता है जिसे अलग अलग मीडियम्स में काम करने का दिल ना करे। तो सभी लोग सभी मीडियम्स में काम करना चाहते हैं और करते भी हैं। वाटर कलर जो आपने जो सवाल पूछा, उसमें ऐसा है कि रिसेंटली मैंने बहुत सारे एग्जीबिशंस अटेंड किए वाटर कलर्स के, और बहुत सारे इवेंट्स अटेंड किए जो कि वाटर कलर पर बेस्ड थे। ओके, सो in 2016 I attended one biggest watercolor festival, which is called Fabriano in Acquarello, which happens in Italy. There is a place called Fabriano, and there is a paper called Fabriano paper, which is made for watercolor, which is known for watercolor paper. And I was leading the team of artists from UAE. I was the leader for UAE team of artists, and I went to Fabriano, and then that was like a big turning point for me, where I started meeting many masters from all over the world, and started sharing many things with them, and it was a good learning experience as well. तो फिर वहां से ऐसा हुआ कि I was known for watercolor more, I mean to say. So वैसे भी watercolor, I used to work with watercolor, and I find it very easy to work, because initially when you are working, as I told you, I was taking care of my bread and butter. So when you are busy with other projects, then you hardly find time, and you want to practice, but you want to practice it quickly. So watercolor was a very friendly medium for me, where I can choose watercolor and get done with my experiments.
Superb. Yeah, I really like that. So we also have Manisha Khandelwal. She is complimenting. It's lovely to hear from you, Atulji. Every time there is something new to learn through your shows. Yeah, and we have one of the questions from Premalata ji. Could you please tell me more about your opinion on new media technology art in contemporary India?
New media technology art, not very much clear for me what exactly she's trying to ask. But then art is all about the contemporary approach, no matter which time you are practicing art. I mean, what is the era, basically. So if you are in 19th century, or if you are in 18th century and practicing art, that time, regardless what is going on, the trend, I mean to say, the new trend, setting a new trend is always something which artist wants to do. Okay, and then coming up with some new concept, and coming up with some new ideas of using a few mediums, brings the new trend, and that becomes the viral thing, and then that becomes the trend. And contemporary art nowadays contemporary art is changing drastically, because we have technology, right? We have, before, like 20 years ago, there was no social media and stuff, and digital art was not that popular, and there were no gadgets available easily. Now, even on your mobile, you can draw something, paint something, and express yourself easily. So this digital technology, this is like a एकदम क्रांतिकारी जिसको कहते हैं, वैसा है। और हर फील्ड में डिजिटल जो टेक्नोलॉजी है उसका प्रवेश हो गया है, and almost every single field is kind of influenced and also affected because of this digital medium. So yeah,
I agree with you. Some of these things will also have an impact, because you might have a lot of gloss, some of the colors which are not available in the market. Through mobile, you're able to choose those colors and draw, include that in the painting, which normally might be very difficult. So hope,
to add one more thing, I want to mention that nowadays we have to have a lot of also knowledge or awareness of the new mediums available in the market. So actually, when you visit an art shop where the materials are available, you get mesmerized with so many new materials available which you never thought of, and which you never imagine of, basically. And then finding those new things inspire you to create something new. And then you can see clearly that how technology is working in the background and bringing new things, you see. And then you actually come up with something new again.
Good. So friends, for people who are watching this and might not have seen Atul sir's work, so I have a collection of the artwork which he has done. So I want to showcase that. And based on that, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So let me just play this quick short video of his artwork. And then we'll also talk about one of the viral video which went viral, one of his initiatives. We'll also talk about that after this particular thing. So here is the quick collection of his artwork. Yeah, so that's a collection of all the artwork. Awesome achievements. I especially, what caught my attention is the our Indians with turban. I mean, I think it's like Rajasthani attire. Very colorful, very bright, and I love the way you put them in black and white and highlighted the turbans. I think that's what this was. Yeah, so that's like just too attractive. So we also have compliments from Monisha Bandari. She's saying wonderful sharing of experience for youngsters to learn from. So I'm sure with your education, which you're giving to a lot of artists out there, and some of these things, make a lot of difference. Could artist Vanna, is one achievement, getting all the recognition and all that, but also ensuring that the art lives on forever is it's something which not everybody can do. So thanks for doing that. So you would have met a lot of artists in your journey. बहुत लोग मिले होंगे, your Indians, you would have met some international artists because you've been traveling along. So how was the journey? Any memorable moments with them apart from art?
Okay. First of all, the newcomers and new budding artists and people who want to become an artist. I want to say that you are an artist. Someone is already an artist. The practice and the experience of practicing art and the process of learning keeps changing the views, and then the person is known as a particular type of artist during one time frame, and then as the time passes, then he learns something else, he shares something else, and then the perception keeps changing. So I learned art, and when I started sharing my art, what I saw is more than art. What is important is nothing but the understanding between you and your students, and the chemistry between you and your students. So when you become friends, and when you find that all of you are loving art, and everyone is having the very what do you call it, love for unconditional, the unconditional love for art, and then you come on one platform, and that is where the sharing starts. The beauty of this is when you try to teach. I'm saying try to teach because no one can teach art, but you can share art, and then the other person will learn art in his or her own ways. So when you try to teach art, you basically find that you are learning more than the person to whom you are trying to teach, because that that chemistry which actually inspires you to go for more experiments and come up with more ideas and then share with them. So I think anyone who is practicing art and anyone who is trying to make a so-called career in art should be very honest to herself or himself, and practice art the way they want to practice art. You see, and keep watching and keep learning from other artists, and keep visiting exhibitions. That is what will help them.
Good.
Yeah.
So, coming back to that question. So, when you made friends with other artists, what are the memorable moments? You go to camps, you stay together. So, what are those memorable moments? Are there as memories for you forever, which you'll not forget?
Friends, I tell you, you make so many friends, and that is the real gift from art. When you practice art, you do not think or you do not plan for friendship. Like, you don't practice art because you will make friends, but then art brings you so many friends, and it is like that. Because of friends, you are encouraged to learn and practice art, and because of art, you make many friends, and you meet many friends. Okay, and again, because of art, they love you, and then they start actually supporting you and promoting you indirectly. So friends have played a major role in my life, and most of the time I made friends because of practicing art. And if you are asking for memorable moments, there are so many memorable moments. अगर हम अभी बात करना शुरू करेंगे तो शायद बहुत लंबा टाइम लग जाएगा, लेकिन हाँ, ये है कि no matter where they live and no matter what they are doing, but they keep remembering you, and they try to keep try to keep the track of what you are doing. And then I keep receiving messages from them, which is really, really very encouraging.
Yeah, friends who are non-artists, who are not in the art industry, or the field of art, who have discouraged you initially, but later, when you got famous, when you made your mark, then have come back to you saying that यार मैं गलत था, this happened.
वो जैसे हमारे यहाँ कहते हैं ना कि गुड बैड अगली, तो वो चाहे आपके कोई भी हो, लोग मतलब जिनको कहते हैं लोग, वो चाहे आपके रिलेटिव्स हैं, वो चाहे आपके फ्रेंड्स हैं, सो यू कीप मीटिंग इन योर लाइफ दीज गुड बैड एंड अगली पीपल, एंड आई एम फॉर्चुनेट टू मीट मेनी मेनी गुड पीपल, एंड जो लोग जैसे जो मेरे दोस्त हैं, चाहे वो मेरे बचपन के दोस्त हैं, या जैसे मेरी जिंदगी जैसे दो हिस्सों में बटी है, एक तो जब तक मैं इंडिया में रहा तब तक, और जब मैं दुबई आ गया तब। तो दुबई आने के बाद जो मुझे दोस्त मिले, वेरी काइंड पीपल एंड द बेस्ट पीपल आई मेट इन दुबई। उससे पहले जब मैं इंडिया में था, और जो मेरे बचपन के दोस्त हैं, उनका जो साथ रहा, उनकी जो मदद रही, अनबिलीवेबल। अच्छा, दूसरी बात यह है कि जो आपके जो घर के लोग हैं, वो उनके साथ अगर आपकी अच्छी दोस्ती है, तो फिर आपके सक्सेसफुल होने का रास्ता कोई रोक नहीं सकता, ऐसा। तो आज आपके इस आर्ट टॉक के माध्यम से सभी लोगों को आज मेरा नमन, जितने मेरे दोस्त हैं जिन्होंने मुझे साथ दिया और आज भी दे रहे हैं। मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि जो आपके जो दोस्त हैं, और आपको जो अच्छे लोग मिलते हैं, और आपको जो सो कॉल्ड बुरे लोग मिलते हैं, तो दिस इज लाइक योर कर्मा। So if someone who is inspiring you is someone who is supporting you, that was like your good deeds. And if someone who is harming you, so it was again your karma. So mostly I believe in that, and I accept it with my heart, whole heart, I mean to say. तो दोस्ती सब कुछ है, देखा जाए तो, और दोस्ती ने काफी कुछ दिया है मुझे, और अभी भी दोस्तों का बहुत अच्छा साथ है। होता ही है कि जब आप अपने कंट्री से बाहर रहते हो, तो आपके अपने बहुत दूर होते हैं, तो जो दोस्त हैं वही आपको साथ देते हैं, वही आपको इंस्पायर करते हैं। सो देर आर सो मेनी फ्रेंड्स एक्चुअली। आज यहाँ पे अगर मैं हूँ दुबई में, तो उसकी वजह भी दोस्त ही हैं जिन्होंने मुझे सपोर्ट किया है। क्योंकि यहाँ पर बिजनेस करने के लिए आपको अच्छे लोगों के साथ की जरूरत होती है, और बिना दोस्तों के साथ के ये हो नहीं सकता। तो ऐसा है।
So we have Arni Narendran. He's complimenting you, a very well-traveled artist, Mr. Atul.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, I was also going through one of the responsibilities which you got in the World Art Dubai initiative. For 2017 and 18, you were the curator. So how was the experience? For people like me who are not from the art background, मतलब क्या role होता है curator का, for such large event that happens, where people from across the world come to Dubai to participate, and how did you get this opportunity?
This was again because of my friend. तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, यहाँ पे दोस्तों ने काफी कुछ दिया है, so this has come through my friend, and that was a very good opportunity. World Art Dubai experience was very good, and initially it was very exhausting, because I am not a professional curator. I am trying to say that मैंने कोई ऐसा कोर्स नहीं किया है, जैसे दुनिया में कुछ कोर्सेज हैं जिसमें आप क्यूरेशन सीखते हैं, तो वैसा मैंने कोई कोर्स नहीं किया है। ये तो अभी तक का जो एक्सपीरियंस रहा है, उसको मद्देनजर रखते हुए ये चांस मुझे दिया गया। तो काफी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था। दुबई इज अ प्लेस वेयर you can find international platform very easily, and that is the best thing with Dubai. The another best thing with Dubai is the ease of displaying your works here, क्योंकि यहाँ पे काफी अच्छे आर्ट गैलरीज हैं जिनको आप अप्रोच कर सकते हो, और वहाँ पे आप डिस्प्ले कर सकते हैं। तो वर्ल्ड आर्ट दुबई में जो सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट था वो ये था कि मैंने खुद काफी लोगों से मुलाकात की जो इंडिया से आए हुए थे, जिनसे मैं मिलना चाह रहा था और जिनके बारे में मैंने सुना था और जिनके बारे में मैंने नहीं सुना था. So today, this talk show is also because me and Dr. Snehalata, we met in World Art Dubai. She was having her own stand there, and then that's where we met. And since then, we know each other. So these are the fruits you get through art and while curating this kind of show. World Art Dubai is a fair where you can see art from different countries, and that is the best part because दुबई की जो सिचुएशन है, दुबई की जो लोकेशन है वो ऐसी है कि ये जो है ये सेंटर में है एक तरह से, जहाँ पर लोगों का आना जाना काफी इजी हो जाता है. इसलिए इस एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर आप कई कंट्रीज से आए हुए लोगों के आर्टवर्क देख सकते हैं. और वो जो मौका था वो ऐसा मौका था जिसमें एक दर्शक के रूप में देखना एक अलग बात है और एक क्यूरेटर के रूप में उस क्यूरेटर की एक ड्यूटी निभाते हुए जिसको कहते हैं वैसे देखना वो काफी बड़ा लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस था. क्योंकि ड्यूरिंग द शो, एक्चुअली बिफोर द शो, वी वेंट थ्रू मोर देन 1200 प्रोफाइल्स ऑफ artists and art galleries because we wanted to select the artworks and we wanted to coordinate with the art galleries. So that was another good experience for me.
Wow. 1200 screening 1200 artists and trying to know what they do.
Yes.
That's superb.
Yes. Also, I was I feel very proud that I was one of the juries for those international awards which we started from 2017 and where I got the chance to go through the judging. So me and Jeff Scofield and Zahira, we three curators were there. Jeff, who is an American architect, he used to know me, and then he's the one who invited me for this show. Yes.
In your art journey, when did you feel that I had the U-turn completely?
There was no U-turn. there was no U-turn. Actually,
No U-turn.
In my childhood, I knew that I am an artist, and I wanted to practice art. Okay, but my first love was music. And I couldn't do anything in the field of music because there was no teacher available, and few things are like it's your luck and your destiny. So I couldn't do much in music. So then I was left with art, and when I started taking art seriously, means. I must say that I was very serious, but then people, when they started taking me seriously, that was like a turning point for me. And actually, I must thank my mom, dad, and my elder brother, my sister, who were like always there with me, for me. And एक बहुत ही बड़ा सरप्राइज मुझे मिला कि जब मेरे चाचू जो मेरे एक ही चाचू है, रियल चाचू, उन्होंने मुझे एक बहुत ही शानदार सा कैमरा गिफ्ट किया जो उस समय मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता था. नेवर इन माय ड्रीम्स दैट आई विल बाय दिस कैमरा बिकॉज दैट वाज वेरी एक्सपेंसिव कैमरा. एंड दैट टाइम आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड विद माय बैचलर्स ऑफ फाइन आर्ट डिग्री कोर्स. तो वो उन्होंने मुझे गिफ्ट किया. दैट वाज लाइक अ बिग मोमेंट फॉर मी. जब आपके अपने लोग आप पर इतना यकीन दिखाते हैं तो you feel very encouraged and you get the confidence that people are having confidence. The same thing with my elder brother. He was so confident about myself, and he knew that I should be going for the art and I should be taking it seriously. तो ये जो मेरे ख्याल से सुनने में ज्यादा कुछ लग नहीं रहा होगा क्योंकि लोगों को लगता होगा कि ये इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है कि अगर घर वालों ने आपको एनकरेज किया, लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये आपके लिए पहला माइलस्टोन है एंड ये पहला फाउंडेशन स्टोन है, उसी पर ही सारे आपके जो है वो एक तरह से इमारत बनती है. So I am very fortunate to have them and the guidance which I got from them. तो हर पड़ाव पर, या ऐसा कहना चाहिए कि पूरी जर्नी में कहीं ना कहीं टर्निंग पॉइंट्स ऐसे आते रहे, और ये जो टर्निंग पॉइंट्स थे इसी वजह से आप आगे बढ़ते जाते हो. तो कोई एक टर्निंग पॉइंट नहीं था, देयर मेनी टर्निंग पॉइंट्स. लाइक जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया अपना डिग्री कोर्स, तो मुझे अवार्ड्स मिलने शुरू हुए. वो जो छोटे छोटे अवार्ड्स थे, उसकी वजह से एक कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप हुआ, और यू स्टार्ट बिलीविंग इन योरसेल्फ कि हाँ भाई आप कुछ कर सकते हैं. वहाँ पे जब बैचलर्स कर रहा था, तो मुझे एक मेरे टीचर लेक्चरर मिले, उनका नाम है भापकर सर. तो अभी तो वो इस दुनिया में नहीं है, लेकिन उन्होंने काफी कुछ किया मेरे लिए, और ही रिमेन्ड देयर विद मी ऑलवेज. इट वाज अ बिग सपोर्ट फ्रॉम हिम. दैट वाज वेरी एनकरेजिंग. एंड आज मैं दुबई में अगर हूं तो वो उन्हीं की वजह से है. तो उनसे मिलना, वहां पे उनका जो गाइडेंस था वो, और मेरे बैचलर्स खत्म होने के बाद उन्हीं की वजह से मुझे आज एक चांस मिला, कि जिसमें मैंने यहाँ पर एक जॉब की जरूरत है, किसी को आर्ट डायरेक्टर की जरूरत थी एक एड एजेंसी में. तो उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि भाई इन्होंने कांटेक्ट किया, सो आर यू इंटरेस्टेड टू गो. सो देन आई अप्लाइड, एंड देन आई केम हियर इन दुबई. तो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जो हैं वही टर्निंग पॉइंट्स हैं. तो वो दुबई आना, एक जैसे दुबई आ गया, अब दुबई में आने के बाद जो मेरे लिए टर्निंग पॉइंट था वो ये था कि जब मैं वापस आर्ट से जुड़ा, क्योंकि आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू प्रैक्टिस आर्ट बिकॉज ऑफ माई जॉब प्रोफाइल. एंड हैविंग अ वेरी गुड हार्टेड बॉस, जो मेरी पहली और आखिरी नौकरी थी. आने के बाद जो मैंने पहली नौकरी ज्वाइन की यहाँ पर दुबई में, उसके बाद देन आई नेवर वर्क फॉर एनी कंपनी, एंड आई वॉज लकी टू हैव हिम. He supported me a lot again. And then after 3 years, I started my own small businesses. That was another turning point, because I never thought I will run any business here. So then I started. I started with very small size, graphic agency, you can call it, and that was another turning point. And then I wanted to meet artists and learn art and do something in art. So there is one place called Dubai International Art Center here. I got in touch with them. That was another turning point, because that is where I started teaching people. The teaching experience helped me a lot. In the sense, I made like-minded, friends. I met people who became friends of mine. And then after that, I decided that, okay, let me practice art totally, totally art, nothing else. So the moment I got done with my business and I started practicing as a freelance artist, that was another turning point. So there were many turning points which helped me to grow and to get confidence and to go ahead with my art, you see. And going to Italy was another turning point for me, because I was like trying to find the ways of art in a very small place, in very small scale, I would say. But then going there has opened me a kind of a Pandora box, which was like a great thing for me. And then that is where I started traveling to many other places as well.
Superb. So friends, let me show the video which went viral and got the attention of the local news channel. It's called National, and this was one of the small initiative. And let me play that particular video for you. So here we.
So recently I started finding good references in the newspaper. As you can see here, this is the reference, and this is the watercolor sketch which I have created. And then I shared it with my friends and fellow artists and my students, and they really loved it. And when I asked them that if they want to take it as a challenge and want to continue with sketching and taking pictures from newspaper and painting, so they said yes, we would love to do that.
Super. So, can you talk about this particular video, how it went viral, an awesome initiative, because a lot of challenges, couple challenge, ye challenge, बहुत कुछ हो रहा है आजकल social media में. So, how did you come up with this particular idea?
Yeah, this was recently, this was really viral. And I'm very happy about it because as we started facing the situation with ongoing pandemic, and it was something which I never saw in my life, where everything was stopped, and then I still wanted to create something, and we were finding it hard to get the inspiration from. I think this is the best documentation we have done so far during this pandemic, which is going on everywhere. The whole world is suffering. The idea was very simple. I just wanted to keep practicing my art, and I just wanted to keep the connection with other fellow artists and my artist friends. You must have noticed during that time, the digital social media was very powerful, and everyone was kind of forced to spend time on that because that was the only way out to kill the time or to connect with each other, because nobody was allowed to go out. So newspaper is another source of news you receive, and we were very much depending upon the news or the updates basically which we are getting. And I have this habit of collecting newspapers from the very beginning. The cuttings, whether it is a news or article or a picture, anything which inspires me, I keep the cutting. And then one day I found few pictures very interesting. I started painting them, and then the idea was liked by many, and then we started challenging each other, and it went viral. So now in future, it can be a very unique exhibition. I'm talking about, let's say, after 2 years or 3 years or even 1 year, where you can see the paintings which are based on various newspapers from all around the world, because this challenge was taken. Now, this social media has made this world like a global village. We are all together. The moment you switch on your screen, the whole world is there. So it's not very difficult to connect with each other. And thankfully, we can get connected with each other in seconds. So I'm trying to say that regardless which country it is, they have taken the challenge, and then they started sharing the picture and also the painting which is based on that picture. Now this can be a very good exhibition, and I'm really seeing forward to hold an exhibition which will be including all the drawings and paintings based on these pictures, which are like the real documentation of this time which we are going through now. And it will be, I think it will be a great achievement and great exhibition to go through.
Cool. We have some more comments here. This is for Masarat Fatima Suleimani. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Atulji, it's so lovely to listen to you and learn from you. Wanted to know, do you feel there is any impact of graphic designers, art directors' background on your watercolor compositions?
Yes, Masarat. Thanks for joining us. And Masarat she is a very good artist. She uses paper and she does beautiful crafts.
How about?
Yes, uh, definitely. I mean, definitely, it reflects in my composition. Many people said that because I am from the kind of advertising background, and I did my applied art. In fact, there are many people, they are not ready to accept me as an artist, and also few people say that I am not a curator, and I accept that I'm not an artist. I'm just trying to learn, and I learned myself. I never got chance to learn from a guru. I was not that lucky. So somewhere the compositions, what you see in my creation, in my painting, you can see the touch of that applied art. Somewhere that kicks in, and you can see the reflection of that, which I enjoy, and I think which actually gives a very different touch to it, which people like. And I received many comments about it, and people said that the fusion is very good. Like you are trying to get into fine art, and also there is a touch of applied art. So the fusion is very good. So this is called self-praising.
So, thank you, Masrat, for this lovely question, because that's when he could actually open up and tell what he feels about. So, Mr. Atul, what do you feel about commercialization or selling an art? Because artist needs to also know how to sell their art, represent their art, talk about their art apart from being an artist. And as you mentioned initially, that struggle of selling the art, making sure that you're taking care of your expenses, basic expenses, and also ensuring that you are not compromising because the market is needing it. The customer is looking for it. You compromise on your style and do whatever the customer wants. So how do you balance this, these two, and ensure that you're also commercially viable, you're able to sell your art, and also ensuring that your passion of a specific style of art which you're doing is also proceeding?
Yes.
So how do you, what do you call, I mean, fusion or the mix of both the skills of as an artist and also as a seller?
Uh, this is very big issue which everyone faces, I believe, because there is always a need of resources, need of money to buy stuff, to practice art, and to go ahead with your life. Okay, and what I believe is you should remain organic. You should do whatever you want to do, and that's what happens. Actually, I have seen people, they keep working on their art, and without thinking that the money will come or not come, because that doesn't stop them to work or creating art, and that is how it should be happening. I also do the same thing. When I want to create something, I just create because I want to create. I can't stop myself, creating. So I want to create. I keep creating, and then as you keep creating and coming up with new ideas, new concepts, and new techniques, uh, slowly people will approach you to buy your painting or your artworks, and there will be a way to make money. We have very weak system. Actually, there is no system at all. I must say that there is no system where artists can think of following a particular way of earning bread and butter on the basis of art. So every artist is having his or her own journey, where he tries to find out the ways of making money. Okay, so I think we should keep creating art regardless what happens, and one day you shall get the chance to sell your work, or they will buyer will approach you and they will buy. As you said, the artist should be marketing. They should be knowing how to market themselves. It is very difficult, including myself, and I know many people who don't know how to market themselves. And yes, it is required, but then there are people you can take help of. And you should keep creating your art. You will get the chance of meeting people who can work for you, who can market for you, and by the word of mouth, you will be kind of famous, and you will be able to sell your artworks. In art field, there are many ways of applying art, and you should keep trying. You should keep trying for it to get into the new projects, and keep trying to find out the ways of applying your art, the talent you have, because everyone is unique. So you should be trying for that.
So next question is from Prashant. Hi Atul, can you explain more about the difference between applied art and fine art?
The difference between applied art and fine art is money.
Okay.
The art which is applied, the fine art which is applied and which brings you money, is known as applied art. तो ये तो एकदम बहुत ही आम भाषा में मैंने बता दिया, लेकिन फाइन आर्ट जो है वो बहुत ही गहरा है, और अप्लाइड आर्ट जो है वो उसी पर बेस्ड है. दैट मीन्स अप्लाइड आर्ट came much later, because it started with fine art. So fine art is nothing but practicing an art and creating creating art at the finest level, where you can create things which are very, very well created, like with the fine touch to it. So fine art, the knowledge of fine art can be applied for different projects, like commercial projects, and that's where it is called an applied art. Fine art is first and applied art is second. In applied art, there are few additional subjects which we study, we study typography, we study photography. But now see, typography is a new word, okay? But we all know that calligraphy is very old form of art, right? Calligraphy is practiced for many years, and we see all the old manuscript, like they are the best example of calligraphy. So calligraphy is another art form, and when this art was kind of modified, it was known as typography. And then typography is the biggest subject which is studied by many people and which is applied. Now, when you see the infographics while you are watching a TV program or any other programs, even cricket, when you watch cricket, you see infographics. So you will see many text coming in. And just now you saw the video which was on the viral thing. You will see the different presentation of typography, right? Which makes things very effective. So there are many people, they take typography as a main subject and they create amazing, amazing art. And this commercial art is then applied to make newspaper advertisements and even TV commercials. So the fine art, which is kind of modified, or you can say the modern touch to fine art, becomes the tool for the applied art. And then applied art is applied everywhere where you can actually do the project on a professional level.
Cool. Thank you, Prashant. Good question. So we also have Shrutika. She's got another question. Atulji, I am working and I get blank sometimes. Does it happen to you? And how do you overcome that? How do you come out of it?
Getting blank is a good news for us, Shrutika, because when your canvas is blank, then only you can draw something. So I think this is a good news that you are sounding like a very normal person, and getting blank again will actually inspire you to do something, because you are actually frustrated, and you want to you want to create something, and you are looking for an inspiration. So that's a good news, getting blank. I also get blank, and I enjoyed that moment.
I generally do research, Mr. Atul. Before getting onto the show, I read about the person, and one of the article I was going through about you said that something about art therapy. So, is it possible? I mean, art से भी therapy होता है. Can somebody? I know it is pleasant to see an art and draw an art, but can it also cure? I'm not sure. So I wanted you to share your experience with that.
Art therapy is a new word, because this is coming out of a lot of research. So I'm not an art therapist, like I'm not a certified art therapist, but one thing is sure, that we all go through art therapy unknowingly. That means whoever is practicing art is going through a therapy, which can calms him down, and which can actually balance his emotional center and physical center, and actually also the what do you call it, intellectual center. So when these centers are aligned, then you are very focused. When these centers are not aligned, then art can help you to align these centers. So it started with me when I was teaching at Dubai International Art Center, and there were few students who were referred by psychiatrists, which I didn't know. They were suggested to take an art as a therapy, and then with the with the consistency and with the determination and with my teaching, we found that, I mean, I didn't know that before. They only disclosed it much later, that we were kind of going through art therapy, and it really helped. So this therapy is really helpful. If we call it therapy, it is really helpful. And I went through many cases which were very complicated, but then I saw that art really helps. But here the interesting part is, it is not the art but the person who is dealing with them. So somewhere I'm trying to take the credit, meaning when you want to help someone through art, basically you need to become a very good friend of that particular person, and you need to win the trust. And then when the friendship is established, then actually you can show the power of art, and how it is working. So what happens when there is a good friendship? They realize that it is happening because of the art. So I try to convince them that today, if you are thinking that I am leading a very peaceful life, so that is because I am practicing art. So it's very complicated to explain, but actually I have gone through many experiences where first of all, establishing or winning the trust becomes the first point, and then only you can show the power of art. And then it works very well, and it works on everyone. Whoever is practicing art, definitely they will get the very good experience, and they will feel that there is a power in art for sure.
Cool. So the last question for you from my side: what is your dream project? What's cooking? What's coming up next?
Okay. Dreams, I have many dreams. I'm not sure when it will happen, but definitely I will work towards it, and I'm working silently towards it. I have big dream where I want to actually I want people to celebrate International Art Day seriously. So I want serious celebrations for International Art Day. Now, many of us we don't know when the International Art Day, and there is one more International Artist Day also celebrated. So International Art Day is, I think, 15th April is the International Art Day, and October 25th is the International Artist Day.
Okay.
But it comes and it goes. It is celebrated, but in a very small scale, I think. And do not forget this 15th of April. This date is, you can actually see on UNESCO's website. So it is kind of a declared day, but we hardly see any activities on that day. And I think we should take it very seriously. And my dream, I'm a weird person, I dream big, really big. My dream is to give a message and to establish a message, a dialogue between artists and all the governments. And I actually want all the big leaders of all the countries to take it seriously, the way we celebrate many other days. Like let's say we started with Yoga Day now. Yoga Day is celebrated everywhere, and we can see the results. Everyone is following yoga. So I want prime ministers and presidents of many countries to take it seriously, and if they can spare like 30 minutes a day in 1 year to practice art with us, that will give a big message, because art is the only way out. Art is the only solution for all the problems, I believe, because if you practice art, you will be always very calm down and you will think creatively. Art helps you to think creatively, and it is very constructive. So that is my dream. I want to see one day that Prime Minister of India is holding a brush and painting with us, and it will give a big message, a big message, because art is the is the part of us. You every day you see art in very many indirect ways. In fact, the laptop or the computer screen we are using now, it is designed by someone. The chair we are using, it is designed by someone, and the house is designed by someone. The machine is designed by someone. So design, everything is designed. And who designs, by the way? Artists like us. So we have great contribution towards the society, but I think the art is not taken seriously, and that is where the question of sustainability comes, where artists don't know what to do and where to head. And another thing which I want to do is I want to take this challenge of labor, child labor, because I follow Kailash Satyarthi ji. You must be knowing about him. He is a big activist, and he was the recipient of Nobel Prize also, who received in 2014. And I really want to connect art with child labor, to actually to rescue them and to bring awareness, to bring awareness through art and to work towards this practice, which is not very healthy, and so many people are suffering with this. If you go through the facts and figures, I mean, Satyarthi ji himself has rescued more than close to almost 100,000 children from these practices, you see. So and he is the one who has brought this issue on international platform. So that is like one of the dreams which I want to work towards, and I'm trying to find out ways, and that ways I keep experimenting socially in my own ways. I have different ways of interacting people and finding out how we can go about it, and how to address this problem.
So I agree with you, and I completely agree with you the way you're saying Art Day should be remembered, and respect for artists should come forward. Yeah, I think that is required क्योंकि आजकल there's so many days, and it should be like Republic Day or
Yes,
August
yes.
15th or Jan 26th, which we know there should be some preparation at least a week ahead. People know that how then we have to make this preparation. नहीं तो आजकल क्या होता है, you have this Father's Day. Oh, बच्चे आज Father's Day करके somebody is posted on Facebook, and we know that after somebody is posted tagging that today's Father's Day or today's Daughter's Day, हाँ बच्ची आजकल आज सभी post कर रहे हैं. Let me also post this. But yeah, we should move on to waiting for that clear day, and yeah.
एक चीज है कि ये जो हम लोग मदर्स डे, फादर्स डे या इवन जो वैलेंटाइंस डे हम लोग सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, तो जो सेलिब्रेशंस होते हैं वो आपने नोटिस किया, किसी ने ग्रीटिंग बनाया, किसी ने खरीदा और किसी और को दिया. तो everything is again related to art.
Art, yeah, there is art involved everywhere.
जब आप कोई भी डे एक सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, art comes first. You create something because you need to create something. Creativity is very important thing in our lives, right? So art जो है और जो आर्ट डे है वही ठीक से नहीं मनाया जा रहा है, जबकि जितने डेज जो आप सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हो उसमें सबसे ज्यादा जोर आर्ट का ही है देखा जाए तो. लेकिन आर्ट डे और आर्टिस्ट डे कोई सेलिब्रेट नहीं कर रहा है, और किसी भी आर्टिस्ट को नहीं पता है कि आगे क्या करना है और कैसे करना है. कहीं ना कहीं एक और चीज जो मैं कहना चाहता हूँ वो ये कि हमारे यहाँ, मैं अभी भारत की बात कर रहा हूँ, कि वहाँ पे जो यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, वहाँ पे जो भी कोर्सेज चल रहे हैं, जो लोग डिजाइन करते हैं उनको थोड़ा सा बाहर जाके और दूसरी कंट्रीज में जाके देखना चाहिए कि कंटेम्प्रेरी आर्ट कैसा फॉर्म हो रहा है और क्या ट्रेंड चल रहा है. और जब मैंने भी किया था बैचलर ऑफ फाइन आर्ट्स, हम लोगों ने भी यही महसूस किया था कि जो कुछ भी हम लोग सीख रहे हैं वो आउटडेटेड है वो कोर्स, और ये शिकायत कई जगह पर है. तो वहां पर भी रूट लेवल पर काम होना चाहिए कि आप क्या सिखा रहे हो, जो सिखा रहे हो वही तो फिर आगे चल के उसको वो लोग डेवलप करेंगे. होता ये है कि आपने डिग्री कर लिया वो एक अलग स्टोरी है, और अब आप एस्टैब्लिश होने जा रहे हो वो एकदम अलग स्टोरी है जिसका कोई बीच में कोई लेना देना नहीं, मतलब कोई संबंध ही नहीं है अदर देन learning basics, which somewhere and the satisfaction of having certificate in your hand, where you can get a job of a teacher or something like that. तो उसके लिए वो सर्टिफिकेट जरूरी है, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकली कहाँ पर कैसे ये अप्रोच हो रहा है तो ये तो है ही नहीं.
Thank you for clarifying that. So we have Bakir Daud. He's also saying hi to you, and Bakir ji, you're asking about the link of this particular video. Yeah, this will be available on Sneha Arts, so you can go to YouTube and search for Sneha Arts. It is also available on Vogue TV, and एक दो घंटे के बाद अगर आप you will search for Atul sir's full name, you will also Google will also suggest you this particular video after an hour or so. And Harish Rao is basically complimenting about the theme of Sneha Arts. So thanks a lot, Harish. And
Thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone.
so again, all the audience, all the people who have asked questions and who have participated and seen the entire show, thanks a lot for joining in, and especially also thanks a lot for being in the show. Time hi pata nahi chala. I mean, this was like a very heart-to-heart conversation between both of us. I could clarify a lot of questions I had in my mind. Things which I don't know from a non-art background. But thanks for being very open, and I think this is what a person as a guru should have, where he's clarified things where a common person can understand.
No, not a guru. Please do not call me a guru. and please edit those parts where my reply was not that accurate, because I'm not seriously.
No.
I'm a person with very small knowledge, but I tried contributing from my side. So make sure that you edit my video.
No. So this is perfectly fine, and very natural, and this is how the audience like it, like a very honest conversation where it is peaceful, it is conversation about art, it is about your journey. This is very important for all of us, where we could learn from you, from your journey. So thanks a lot for joining in, and thanks to Sneha Arts for giving this opportunity where I am able to meet people like you from various domains, various countries, and I'm sure you would be really proud. All the videos and pictures I've seen, I'm sure when you get onto the stage, the first thing which you say is namaskar. I mean, that's your style of greeting people. So though you're in Dubai, I'm sure you're really proud to be Indian, and you're representing India wherever you are.
Always. Thanks. And I want to thank again Dr. Snehalata Prasad for giving me this opportunity. And thanks to you, Ravi. Your presence is very pleasant, and I could connect with you easily. It was a nice conversation.
Thank you, sir. So thanks a lot, friends. Do subscribe to Sneha Arts. We have all the eminent artists who are coming on this particular show, showcasing their journey, and we have some questions which will really help you as an artist who is like just coming into art field. So share this. If you're not an artist, share this with your friends who are an artist. And if you're not an artist, since we talked about art therapy, check out what art can bring in your life if you're not into art yet. So I might end up being an artist too. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.